All right, hello and welcome to our next episode of Obduction. There for now. We are getting back into it. We're currently on Marais, and we've been bouncing back and forth between the gauntlet and the tunnels. We're almost done. We have one more puzzle left, or so it seems. So for that, a little bit of arts and crafts first. Made this last night, and recommended by Firefry. Hey, Tequila, how's it going? Um, it involves, last puzzle involves rotation of this large circle, as well as placing these small circles to complete paths and rotation of them. And the way that it's going to work when we get in game is we basically start here and we're going to need to run a maze to this spot as well. So in making these, it seems like it's probably a lot more simple than I first thought. There's two right angle pieces, so we can put one there. And then a straight one here. And then there's these two angled pieces, and one technically branches to the left and one branches to the right, so I figured out that this node, you need the right pointing piece. So if I put that there, then that should do it. So then it's just a matter of figuring out how to do that in the game, which is probably going to be a little bit more difficult, but we'll give it a shot. And everything should be up and running. Let me know if it's not. So we've got this lookout tower, and you can already see what we're dealing with here. So we've got our very large sphere going around. Hey, Firefly, glad you can make it. This big circle is not in the correct orientation, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Right now, if I were to rotate this thing 90 degrees, let's do that. Nope, wrong way. I'll just keep going. That should be the correct orientation. And step number one should be pretty easy. It's basically rotating this piece so we can go to the right. So I'm gonna go down. How is everybody doing today? Friday. Go down one more time. Now we are inside of the sphere, so what do? We find a way to rotate it. And I believe it was like, well, I don't remember. remember which orientation it was. It'd be a good thing for me to remember. Go here to the left. And we can rotate it in this planet. I feel like I needed it to go the other way. Alright, let's try that. Oh, that's actually correct. Okay. Alright, so we've got that now. We need to get our right-facing piece, our right-facing Y piece over here. And that is currently hanging out in Earth. So how do we do that? We're going to rotate this. Swap them, and then we'll come back in from a different site. So now we're like this. I guess there's technically two ways to solve this puzzle. If you were to take the left or the right branch. Okay, now we need to get to... Well, this doesn't lead anywhere, does it? It's a little weird. We need to get to the... Oh, shit. To the other part of the gauntlet on this side, so we can swap back. And that should give us our correct piece in the correct spot, and then we'll just have to rotate it if necessary. This puzzle is kind of a slog, isn't it? Just make sure that we have the right piece in there. Yes. And then I need to rotate it 3 or one counterclockwise. One counterclockwise. Get my chat box up. Yep. Alright, one counterclockwise. Perfect. And then we'll ride this back to Mirai. Well, I hope after this we have different kinds of puzzles. Because I'm kind of over the constant swapping back and forth. There we go. See if that did it. Good, good, good. Yeah, that looks good. And then we just need to get our straight piece over here. So we only need to swap, what, half a dozen more times? Just trying to figure out the fastest way to do it. Alright, we'll want to rotate this twice before we send it back up. Save us a trip. Alright, straight piece going to the tunnels. We rotate it twice. Rotate it once. Yeah, we rotate it once. Once. Definitely once. That little maneuver cost us 51 years. Yeah. Then we go up here. How many more times can I potentially punt this? There we go. So it seems like these machines have some different manufacturing than these Wild Wild West on a barrel drum construction. I don't know if there's a significance to that. Yeah, villain versus CW. He's scrappy. Say what you want about him. Resourceful fella. A little bit yellow belly for my liking. Alright. I mean, the guy spent the entire game in a panic room. I'm just looking now. This thing swapped in the perfectly correct position to solve the puzzle the other way. Right? Because I was planning on doing it this way, which right now would be this. But instead, we could move these things around and do it like this. So we just accidentally stumbled on the other way to solve it, which I think is definitely faster. We'll move this around. And then we just need to get this guy one click clockwise. And that should do it. Which I think is the bottom button. Thank God there's only 4 spheres to mess with. I imagine this being like a 3x3. Like an actual maze that you need to solve. No thanks. There we go. And then we should just need to rotate the big circle to line up the openings. Oh no! What did I do? Wait a minute. No, that's right. And it's already lined up. Does it count as being a genius if you don't realize what you're doing? That's an idiot savant, right? It's already a term for that. Eee. I'll take it though. Oh, this moves the doors, right? That moved the door last time. Last time I just cut all these connections, and it did what I needed it to do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. But who cares? Is that just teaching me that that's what it does? I also assume that that's going to move on a track. So do I want it open? Probably. Yeah, right? An open door is better than a closed door. At least in these types of games. So is this just a big power source to the gauntlet? Guess so. Yeah, that was another one. That entrance door is another one that I just kind of BS'd my way through. When you only have 4 different states, it's pretty easy to just not think about it. I'm missing something, aren't I? So it seems like I needed to do that, but I need to also go out the other exit. Let's see. Yeah. So I need to solve this twice. Most tedious indeed. That's a jumping wall, right? The edge that I can walk through. I really don't want to have to solve this whole thing again. Okay. So what is our orientation now? This is like this. And we need to get over here. So we could move this here, but there's no piece that's gonna let us turn that angle, so we need to go around. So we need to get our right piece back in there. Um, or no, straight. We need our straight piece in there, like that. Our straight piece is currently in Hunrath. I think it's currently rotated wrong. Because I was trying to get it this way. We'll need it this way. So everything looks good except I need to rotate this, and I need to swap this. Alright. Let's do the right angle piece first. Oh, and to save me some time, I want that door open, correct? That's one. Good. One click counterclockwise. Yeah, me too. I guess logically you would want to do that one first because you can see the door control. Like that exit is a lot more obvious than the one to the right. But yeah, if you miss that, that's a pain in the butt, to put it mildly. Alright, one click counterclockwise, that's what I said, right? Oh, I didn't even notice. Is there a left exit? You're allowed one. Everyone gets one. No, I did not. So what's there? Oh, there is. Hmm. Well, I'm already part of the way through solving this, so I guess I'll go to the right first. Now I'm forgetting what I need to do. I need this with the straight piece. And I guess I could go down... Yeah, I'll go down the other route first. Rotate it and then ride that back up. That'll save me a little bit of time. Now I'm lost. There we go. I don't think I've ever come this way before. It's always been the other direction. Alright, I do believe we need to rotate that once again. It'd be nice if even with no context there was a clue that just said, like, straight right left, or whatever the intended order was. Because assuming you know that there's 3 paths, it's just a crapshoot. Womp womp. That button did not want me to press it. I think the problem with this puzzle is it takes such small amount of time to solve compared to the large amount of time to just do it. So then your brain just naturally gets bored. Okay, I get it. But oh, I put it at the wrong angle. I didn't mean to put it at the wrong angle, but I did. Okay, so now let's rotate it. Oh, I bet. I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with it. Is that leading to the bridge? Doesn't look like it's lined up. Yeah, you know, making the model and looking at it once to solve it in one direction is like, I don't really need the model. But knowing now that you need to do it 3 times, definitely helpful. And who doesn't love a little arts and crafts? Alright, so this is an all-new path, as far as I know. Pretty interesting that fake mayor was talking about the villains living in the water, eating people. I haven't seen anything. So are all of these doors going to like line up and I'm going to need to have turned them all off in order to go through them? Like a tunnel? I wonder what this stuff feels like. Is it sticky? It looks like it's sticky. Yeah, I think that's the one that I just did, right? Okay. One more time. Knock on wood. Starting to wish that I had taken pictures, but hopefully this is the last time we need to do this. So we're going to the left. Can't do that way. We don't have two straight pieces, so we cannot do that easy. Oh, do I? I totally do. We just go like that. Oh, well that's a cool thing. They didn't have to do that. Though I guess they did have to do that, didn't they? You're already solving for that angle, and you can rotate that plate however much. Yeah. Yep, makes sense. So we've got a path up into this device, and then a path over here. Look like the tracks for the doors were going into that device. This is a shortcut. Gladly. I realize what I'm doing with these straight lines is making higher values at each of the nodes. So even though I don't know what the number is, I understand the theory behind it. Still a little silly. Hey Zig, welcome back. Yeah, you missed a lot. Did about, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours on Thursday. No, you're good. God. Thought that was just gonna turn the screen on. How am I liking it? It's a really good game. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I feel like I like it more than Riven. Just personal opinion. Personal opinion. I'm gonna make the entire internet come to my house and burn it down. I mean, Riven's a classic. Riven is like that technological jump that video games made from like 2D side-scrolling Mario to Mario 64, right? It just like redefined the genre. That doesn't mean good stuff can't come along later on. Now, how much is your love of Riven nostalgia? If you played this game in 1997 and played Riven for the first time in, what, 2016? I feel like your thoughts would be reversed. Okay, so I made this thing pop up, and now I guess I go in it? I'm not really pleased about that. I opened the doors, right? I picture this thing going like 80 miles an hour, and if I hadn't opened a door, I would just like smash into it. I feel like that probably wouldn't happen, but... incidentally, Zig, I have a Discord and a YouTube channel now. I'm leveling up. You can find links in the About Me on Twitch. Should be able to find it there. Yeah, villains are the nice guys, right? They wouldn't turn you into strawberry jam. This is more like a ride that you would do on Epcot, right? Oh shit! Oh shit! A battle? I was not expecting that. Also, the sensitivity on this thing is so much higher than my walking sensitivity. I wish I had some of that battle armor. Oh, of course they're done now. Perfect timing. Alright, let's get this out of the way. You don't need to look at this anymore. Oh, did you not see it? It was just hanging out there. That was on recommendation by Firefly. What Cyan game would have actual interactive NPCs? True, they kind of made their... stake their claim on the you're alone. Which, honestly, I kind of like. It's just chill. No one's bugging me. Oh, so Zig, question for you. And keep it spoiler-free because Fire has not played Riven Remake. If you were to judge the difficulty level, like on a scale of 1 to 10 of original Riven and Remake, what would you score them? Yeah. No. Oh, this is different. I would say the puzzles are inspired by original. Well, you guys can discuss amongst yourselves while I explore here, because I'm getting sidetracked looking at the conversation. Alright, is this gonna control some of these doors? Oh shit! Okay, it's a good guy. Oh man, I can't help you. That's the extremely dangerous thing. I was wondering when I'd find one of those. It was one of the first screenshots I took. The first. Do not approach anything that even remotely resembles this diagram unless it has been disabled. I don't want to do that puzzle. That's a puzzle. That's like one step away from those 12-sided Rubik's Cubes. I'm not a fan of Rubik's Cubes. Ooh. Story time. Or not. Oh, this is the manifest. Okay. That looks like it could be important. I'm gonna take screenshots of all of this numbers. Not that I think I'll need it, but better to have and not need. And I will draw a picture of whatever this is. Need a new notebook already. So what could this represent? It looks like the game Battleship. I feel like it's probably not. The only other thing that's obviously dots is the control panels. The dots don't really line up with the control panels. Maybe it's related to solving that very dangerous object puzzle. That guy's not even gonna die, he's just gonna keep suffering. Okay, so that opened the lower door. Still need to open the top door. Have we missed anything else? Before we go over there, we have this weird panel that's missing a dot. Is that what the X means on this diagram? Hmm. Weird. I feel like that could be a solution to this, but you can't connect vertically. Alright, we'll keep that in mind. Anything else? So, other mysteries on Hunrath. Got that track that leads from CW's to that gap. That's a little weird. Got the power cable that mysteriously connected itself. Is that the same door that's over here? No. I think that's a different door. I'm sorry, didn't I see... I saw a swap spot over here. In the distance. Okay. Just don't want to miss anything. Is this the bridge? Oh, this is the bridge that we had to come across, yeah? That our little welcome message just said, oh yeah, go right across that bridge. It's real easy. Trust me. It's like the easiest thing ever.
Don't panic.
Yeah.
This is the best way to...
Okay. So that lets us cut out all of the gauntlet business and just come directly here. I don't know what this thing in the middle is supposed to be. It's a little strange. So, name, species, pod number. Oh, they list out remainers. That's cool. Floor and position. Who's crossed out? All seems nonsense to me unless we get some sort of like combination of names or something. This is definitely something. How is that not a diagram of that panel? So we need to get through that door to be able to get over there. That's a chunk of Soria. That's that missing swap seed. Is this a laser gun? That kind of looks like a laser gun to me. Or are those all the pods? Those are the little relocation pods. Wow. I guess that was a one-way trip, huh? That thing went back? I was so distracted by the battle. Alright, well if I can't figure out this panel, stuck here till I figure out what the devs want from me. That's ominous. This is the missing one. You say stuck here. I can still swap back to Hunrath, no? Now I'm concerned. I can see the swap device there. Don't panic. You don't panic. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't know if that's helpful at all. Unless I go back to Hunrath and more of that cable's been mysteriously plugged in. I'm gonna check that out real quick. while I ruminate on that panel. It wouldn't control that door anyway. The door controls are always right near the door. Why were those windows glowing green? Okay, it's been forever since I've been here. Um, Probably through the mayor's office would be the fastest. I figured out what the bleeder does. I still have not gone over there. There is what I assume to be dynamite blower upper at the top of the tower. And my theory is that we connect all the hearts, blow up the bleeder to allow the trees to mature, profit, get to go home. Is that connected more? Alright, tell me I'm not losing my goddamn mind. That cable was not plugged in before. Yeah? I specifically remember that it was unplugged. There's less of these here. So if CW is locked in his room, and I'm not moving this shit, then what's happening? Are there more carts there than before? Maybe... Okay, well, cool to see the progress, but ultimately not helpful. Sorry. Bumping my mouse everywhere. Alright, I'm thinking... What am I thinking? You can't make vertical lines with the control panels. pretty big discharge. What am I thinking? There's no other swap spots into Murray. I don't think sending this back would do anything. And I don't need the bridge anymore, presumably. But who cares if that's back in there? Unless it opens up a path that was blocked by those red rocks. No. What about the tunnel swap spots? I feel like all of those were just made for the gauntlet puzzle. Yeah, it took me a while to realize what I was supposed to do. But then it made sense. Yeah, isn't that the name of the game? That's why you're watching me play and not playing it over again, right? Just be like, hey, how do I solve that panel over there? Oh, there's another dead mofang over there. It's a little weird to me that this door only serves as a way to open up a shortcut. Unless I needed something over there to progress. This is all just decorative. It's an elevator. It's an elevator counting down instead of up. Do we know which floor we need to go to? And how many floors are there? I see a 15. It's like 15 floors. The nodes that is missing is the highest factor. I wonder if these are... No, it's just grouping two nodes together. Um, okay. Where do we want to go? 15? The lowest floor? Let's go to 2. It looks like there's some active pods on 2. Don't seem to be able to interact at all. Alright, we'll go to all the floors because I don't want to miss anything. What? Hold on. What? I didn't see what happened. Yeah, I didn't see it pop up. I just turned around and it was there. So I just wanted to see its animation. Where's it come from? Oh, okay, so it's coming from 3-6. Hello there. Gonna jump scare me? No? Alright, I'll write that down. 3-6 as a Mofang. And I don't think there's a way to rotate this. Let's just keep counting. Oh, that was 3-0. Human. I would think if this was a real thing, there would be some way to rotate it. Because what if you want to pull out 4-2? I don't really see anything connecting to the circular bars. Is that what these are? Okay. So, there needs to be some sort of clue as to who we're looking for. Who are we looking for? It's probably going to be human, because we don't really know any villains. Not going to be a Remainer because they're not in a cell. Aviana, Azar, Belvy, Blake, Brad, Brandon, Braylon, Rudy, Cecil, Celeste, Claire, Dana, Daniel, David, Derek, Diane, Donna, Dustin, Eileen, Eric, Farley. Do we try to grab Farley? I feel like other than Cecil, she's the one that I know about. And I've definitely heard some of these names before. Joseph is the mayor. Alright, let's write down Farley. $212. Joseph. $1413. Odd. These are weird. Pod book, pod book, pod crate. Just supplies. Rand. He put himself in the game. I'll write him down too. Alright. So now that we have a little bit of Really? I didn't recognize him. Huh, I'll have to look up pictures. Okay, we're gonna go up to 2. $12. Oop. Oh, I get it. So this is left, this is right, and then you can manipulate how much it moves. Hmm. Oh, I didn't like that at all. I'm still kind of confused on how this rotation works. That makes sense. How do I rotate it more? Hmm. Nope. Nope, that's taking us down to the 12th floor. Alright, we're going to 2. And how do I select the 12th pod? What number is that? 18? Just keeps auto-correcting me. Alright, I need to go down to a floor with more things. Let's go down to 14, which should be 12 plus 2. Alright. That's 0. We're looking for 13. I can't write 13 the normal way because that's going to take me to floor 13. I would have thought that this rotates to the right and this rotates to the left. I'm not convinced that that's what's happening. That rotates all the way around and finishes on a 1. I'm going up. Oh, it's because I didn't have a floor plugged in. Alright, so I need to keep those on. Two? I can never remember what 2 is. Yeah. Does that have to do with the mayor saying that he's trapped? Are they trapped in these pods? Sure, shoot. Yeah, I get that. I just never remember if 2 is this orientation or this orientation. Oh, that autocorrects? Ah. What is happening here? That's gotta be a bug? So we're on 14.4 now. Is this pretending to be the 4's node? And this is pretending to be the 1's node? Let's go here. Is that 8? Ooh, it is. Okay. So we're looking for 13. We got there. It's late. This figure that I drew? Okay, so we've got some creepy ass music going on when I pulled out the mayor. Is that supposed to be the the projection wasn't actually the mayor music? So I already suspected that. Can't interact with him at all. Oops. Okay, well, at least I'm on the right track. Um, I need to see if Rand is actually Rand from developing the game. Go up to 13. And we're gonna go to 12. It's just some random dude. Or is that him? I can't tell. Without the glasses. Alright, up to the second floor. Does it look different than the other humans? I didn't notice. It's gotta be. You don't just accidentally put a person named Rand into your manifest. Okay, well now what we know for is that. Or 12, rather. Anybody else? Did finding him trigger something in the world? Because it still doesn't help us open the door. True. Let's go to 15, I guess. The guy in the purple pod just kind of looked like a beetle to me, but I guess that might have just been his head poking out of the pod. Alright, that's cool. Do I bother looking into the books at all? Numbers were the books. 12 and 14. It's just a bunch of books. Alright. We're gonna go to the surface. There wouldn't be any deeper floors than 15 based on the controls that you have available. Why did that open? I mean, I'm happy that the door opened, but why did it open? I'm listening. Is making a few of the displays that I missed? Where did I miss the displays? The little projector screens? Oh, really? Oh, this thing? Yeah, I was always just looking at him. Wow. Okay, well, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I would say easy to miss because I missed it, but nobody's perfect. Alright, so I'm not going anywhere near that thing until it's deactivated. Dreamer blindness, yeah. And hindsight, right? I mean, you know what to look for. Ooh, is this gonna deactivate that? This is that laser, right? Anything else up here? No. It's the fake mayor! Yeah, I was just about ready to ask for a hint. Until I stopped complaining and just fiddled with it. Alright, this is that other door. The music always leads the way. Yeah, that's the other one. That leads back to the swap site. So we're going to use this laser to hopefully blow up that extremely dangerous thing. Was I in danger? I don't think you can save in this game. Oh. Oh, good. That was a puzzle I didn't have to solve. I always play lawful good when I play Baldur's Gate, too. Another dumb bridge. Yeah, it's pretty kickin' music. And here is our tree. Now what? Now, the only swap I know about to get to Soria is on the other side of the river. Is the only way to that side of the river through the tunnels in the gauntlet? I was trying to think of that earlier. I still haven't really found a shortcut way to get there. Okay. As long as I'm not missing anything. It's kind of too bad. At least. Thanks. The one thing. I wish I could put that back to where it belongs. Oh, that's... No. I'm hoping when I go to Soria, I'll see the other half of that alien. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, how do I easily get back to the gauntlet now? Why is that door closed? Yeah, how... Guess I still have this bridge over here. It's a pretty dick move. Do I really need to go all the way back? Alright, stop me if I'm taking way too long of a path. This is fine. Everything's fine. I just feel like I unlocked a bunch of shortcuts and then they all closed. Oh, with the tree, that was going through my head too. Oh, no, but I pressed the button. Um, it's around here somewhere. Okay. I already looked at this note. It's the same as the other note. Nothing in the lunchbox. Alright, here we go. Alright, there's rocks on this side of this ball, so that means to me that even if I were to get back over there, probably still nothing behind where that ball used to be. Oh good, the tree's right there. This should be fast. Oh, there we go. Not a very nice looking place. Oh, there's the rest of Earth. Get out of my way, smoke. It doesn't look too promising either. It's like a bunch of rundown parking garages. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Probably better off in our bubble, honestly. People were saying that it saved their life. I mean, if the tree... I guess I don't really know what the tree is. Some sort of life form. If it's sentient and benevolent, it might have scooped up Honrath. But Honrath is an old mining facility. It scooped up Honrath a long time ago, and then time on Earth continued, and then some apocalyptic event happened. This can't be this easy, can it? Are we like 99% done? What percent done are we right now? Closely at the tree when you get to it, and look down into the valley next to it. Okay, we're there now. The crater. Oh, it's all fucked up. It's only half fucked up, though. I was expecting more puzzles. It's kind of like when you finally get to Prison Island. Oh, the type of rock? I mean, it looks like obsidian to me. Yeah, we could. I chose to have no idea how to do it until the end anyway. Yeah, that's how you make obsidian. It's basically a volcanic rock. Really tiny crater, though, all things considered. Do you mean have I done those? I played Exile years ago. I have not played Firmament. I'm assuming we're going back to Hunrath and doing something with the bleeder. Yeah, this definitely feels like Mist. I need to go check on CW. Definitely more cards. He has not been telling me the whole truth. Yeah, that crane's moved. That son of a bitch.
There's one thing left. It's called the bleeder. Gotta stop it. It's draining the whole system. It keeps things under control, holding us back. Connections, tree panels.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Cirrus. Maybe like a bit pointier of a goatee.
Trace that bleeder. If everything's connected, we'll be headed home.
I still need to know what's going on over here. Yeah, right. Put on a couple of pounds. A lot less red static. What else? I can finally open this door. Hold on. I thought Rand was Atris, or does he play both? I never knew that. This goes to the bleeder. It all makes sense now. I've been wanting to get up here the whole game. Is there going to be some sort of choice, like blow up the bleeder or don't blow up the bleeder? Doesn't look too promising for a choice. I'm guessing that's the explodey setting. And then what? The battery's connected. How's that gonna help? We're just gonna ride his little cart right on out of here. I also want to come over here, which I guess isn't helpful. Alright, let's go blow it up. Oh, I really liked that Colorado puzzle to get access to this elevator. I thought that was pretty fun puzzle. Why spy specifically on the garage? See if anybody's looking at the license plates. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hello.
Almost there.
Okay.
Real good. Not much left. Just waiting for all the natural way of things to happen now.
The tree's gonna mature.
Folks left behind, but I reckon they've passed. I don't move real well, carving legs. You can see how useful these
Oh,
tracks is.
there he is. gonna bring the whole tree? This guy's going crazy. Whole dang bubble. Yeah, could have told you that, buddy. I mean, he doesn't even know what cars are, let alone bombed out parking garages.
I don't know.
Oh, you're up there.
It's gone. All gone.
Giant cloud? Nope.
Oh, no, 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 no. We were so close.
Caroline.
We all made it. But most couldn't swap. Is it too late? Oh, Cecil.
But I didn't.
Is there multiple endings and I picked the wrong one?
I figured you was home.
No!
Sorry, Caroline.
I knew not to trust him.
It just wasn't meant to be this way.
Oh, I feel bad now. I mean, I could tell that it was like a post-apocalyptic out there. I just figured there weren't multiple endings. I guess that was dumb of me to figure that. So can I go back? There's a quick save. Okay. Alright, so what else can I do? Maybe go talk to him first? No, I already talked to him. Yeah, it was like just these TVs or something. We good. Everybody else is still in their pods. Oh, we just crashed. Give me one sec. I don't know if it's just me, but I have problems in the mayor's office. It likes to crash when I'm there. Of course there are multiple endings. We will go to point and click. So we're out of the office. Yeah. But it's strange because it didn't really suggest that there would be multiple endings. At this point, I don't really know what else to do. I would go talk to Farley, but she's in her pod with everybody else. Maybe I didn't investigate the bleeder enough. Maybe I need to investigate the tree more.
Don't wish to get wrathy and flustered, but we need to cut off that bleeder tower.
Sure. I mean, she said that everybody is still in their pods. I'm just trying to imagine. What did he say about the Beatles? He said he didn't know what was going on with them. I'm just trying to imagine what a good ending would look like. Do I go back to Kaptar? Check in with that polyarch? I don't know if that polyarch was dead. Sure didn't look great. sage advice or madam? Oh. I feel like I'm gonna have to watch the bad ending again. I was too preoccupied with I didn't take a ton of screenshots of her notes, but I can always go back. I was so preoccupied with being having the bad ending that I wasn't paying attention. No. I'll go back. Where are you going? What are you doing? Did I? I wouldn't have deleted it. This is Farley's room. Unless it was in the back room. What's the deal with this? That seems very specific. JM? Just an Easter egg? Okay. Larval notes. did say that she needed to spend a long time in the polyarch chamber. Do I just need to sit in there? Lyrics had been attempting to communicate the entire time, but they themselves have been experimenting with various channels. Others were able to tune into the polyarchs and learn to listen. I haven't seen anything like a radio or anything. This is a radio receiver. I feel like that's just decorative though. Alright, I'm just going to watch the ending again and pay attention.
Almost there. Real good. Not much left. Just waiting for all the natural way of things to happen now. Lots of folks left behind, but I reckon they've passed. I don't move real well, carving legs. You can see how useful these tracks is to me. Not sure what's getting into them crazy Capitar critters, but they ain't unplugging my battery. We're going home, not wherever. All right now, I'll power up my override. When the time comes, it works a lot like them little swappers. They'll swap us home. We don't spend much time here.
Do I unplug the battery?
But there were some fine folk. Some real fine folk.
Barley said she didn't like his battery plan.
I reckon you got the best seat in the house over there. Well, this is it.
So if I unplug his battery and then blow up the tower,
It's been a long time since I've seen him. Very long indeed.
that would let the tree mature without him fucking with it.
Seems like it's residential. This ain't. What the hell happened here? What happened? This ain't Earth, is it? But no, I don't know. It's gone. All gone. There's nothing left. Nothing.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Caroline.
So close.
Caroline.
We all made it. But most couldn't swap. Is it too late? Oh, Cecil.
We all made it, but most couldn't swap.
I figured you was home. I'm so sorry, Caroline.
I know, Cecil. It just wasn't meant to be this way.
But she was in her pod. I don't know how she's able to talk if she's in a pod. But I think unplugging his battery and then blowing up the bleeder will probably do something. He's gonna come out thinking that it's plugged in. He doesn't seem to know when it's plugged in or not.
Almost there. Real good. Not much left. Just waiting for all the natural way of things to happen now. Lots of folks left behind, but I reckon they've passed. I don't move real well, carving legs. You can see how useful these tracks is to me. Not sure what's getting into them crazy cactar critters, but they ain't unplugging my battery. We're going home, not wherever. All right now, I'll power up my override when the time comes.
This
We'll
is
just run
yellow.
like them little swappers. They'll swap us home.
Wasn't it red last time?
We don't spend much time here, and that ain't a bad thing. But there were some fine folk. Some real fine folk. I reckon you got the best seat in the house up there. Well, this is it.
Nothing.
No. 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 This can't. I don't. I checked. I checked everything. So help me. Did
Hey, it's all their other balls.
She got it right. She got it right.
Hmm.
CW. Cecil.
Caroline. Caroline.
This is so incredible.
Dear Lord. You made it. How many others?
We all made it. I'm heading your way. Stay where you are.
I ain't going nowhere.
So where are we? All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, sticking around, bearing with me. I enjoyed it a lot. Oh, I'll be back playing something else some other time. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to chat it up in the meantime. Figure out what we're playing. Until then, have a good night.